The question for 3 is which factor encouraged more immigrants to northern states than southern states during the mid 19th century? When you're answering a question like this, the first thing I want you to do is when you see a century number, I want you to write beneath it, beside it, what century that is, like what years that is. So the 19th century, this is really hard to write. Sorry, guys, is the 1800s. Okay. So the mid 19th century is going to be like the middle of the 1800s. That doing that will just help you keep your mind straight, okay? Um, so again, we're asking what factor encouraged immigrants to move to the northern states than the southern states during the mid 19th century. So immediately when you see this question, you should be thinking, north versus south, what's the difference here? Okay, in the north, we have industrialization, we have factories. That's how people are making their jobs. We have big cities, they're a lot more diverse. In the South, it's agrarian, they're farming, they're using slave labor, they have plantations, there's not a lot of diversity, there's not a lot of job opportunities. So now you're thinking, okay, why are immigrants coming to the New World? What are some pull factors, some things bringing them in? Hmm. Okay, a lot of people move for jobs, for religious freedom. So you're brainstorming all of these things. Now we look at our answer choices. A says northern states had lower population densities. Ooh, densities? That's a science word. Hmm, densities. Let's think about that. In science, we know density means the amount of things in an area. So, density, population density. So, that means the amount of people in an area. So, did northern states have lower or higher population densities? Yeah, they'd have higher population densities. They urbanized, they had cities, so they had a lot of people in smaller areas. Okay. Citizenship requirements in southern states were not as strict. Hmm. Well, we didn't really talk about citizenship requirements, so it's probably not going to be that. So we know it's not A. We know it's not B. Okay, let's look at C. Southern states had smaller industrial sectors. Yeah, that's true. And then D, governments in northern states were less corrupt. Did we talk about corruption in the northern states or in the southern states at all? No. So we know it's not that. So this one is a little tricky because you're having to go backwards here. So it's asking why they went to the northern states, but the reason it's giving you is why they wouldn't go to the southern states. So our correct answer here is C. And I know this one is a little tricky because it asked again for the North, but it gave you the reason not to go to the South. So, on a question like this, it's good to make notes. It's good to mark things out as you go.